Oh, back in the room, mate.
Back in the room. Hello, everyone.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Glad you could join us. So let's go to a place where the distractions are landmarks and the detours are the main roads. Welcome to ADHDville.
Hong Kong Fooey, number one super guy. Hong Kong Fooey, quicker than the human. With a Hong Kong Chewy Fooey chop. Yaha! Yeehaw!
I'm not quite sure how that came out.
Just came to mind. Just slipped it in there. Hello, I'm Paul Thompson. With a P. Thompson with a P. And I've got other acronyms that rhyme with P, like I was diagnosed with combined ADHD and the D rhymes with P about 3 years ago.
And I'm Martin West, and I was diagnosed with the ADHD poo-poo platter in 2013 and self-diagnosed autistic. And we are the mayors of ADHDville.
Hello.
And we are, as always, sitting at the back of the King's Agitated Head pub in ADHDville, where we, the ex-mayors of ADHDville, take care of business. That is such a weird and long intro. It's just so convoluted. Anyway,
well, it's even more convoluted for the first 80 episodes. It was even more complicated in the past.
In the past, I know. We just brush over the fact that we are the ex-mayors.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, because it's like we'll just.
I think there's comfort in the routine. It's like the first bit is becomes, like habitual, and just to kind of delay the bit where we have to be spontaneous.
Yeah, just gets us in
and witty
in the mood.
Yeah,
yeah. Right. Well, this week, our business, what we're taking care of is we talk about ADHD, and the summer vacation paradox. That thing where, like if you've always wondered why you come home from a vacation. Needing another vacation, or a day trip or something, just going out of your normal routines, and that could also include just visiting people. Like getting in the car, getting on a train, going, spending a day or two at someone else's house.
The British, I'm not sure if it's just a British saying or an American saying too. They say the change is as good as a rest.
Except if you're neurodivergent.
Or especially autistic, because change is not good if you're autistic. You like routine.
Right, exactly.
Which therein lies the paradox of having been ADHD and autism.
Right.
Hating but needing routine at the same time. What that is? Sounds like a good excuse to do a podcast.
Right. Well, let's jump in the tractor. And where should we point it?
Let's point it towards like point the nose of the tractor.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind it's got very powerful acceleration, so be careful with that.
Yeah.
Martin. I think you're driving today.
I am.
We go to the park.
Brilliant. All right, let's jump in. Oh, listen to that engine purr.
She's a beauty. She's a beauty.
The park. Nice. It's good to get out of the house sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
Lots. Right.
What a time to develop a cough.
You've got a cough?
Well, just then.
Oh, okay.
We're 142 episodes, and I think that's the first time I've coughed.
Oh, okay. Draw some company.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you being a supportive friend.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's get into it. So, You see that? Well, where are we at? We're like in June.
Yeah, end of
and
June. Was it 25th of June?
Right, and we're heading into that time when the kids are out and everyone goes on holiday or vacation.
School's out for summer.
Yeah. And God, I remember that. Like as a kid, there was nothing more exciting than the end of school and the beginning of the summer vacation. That block of 6 weeks or whatever it was.
How does it work in the States? Because here in Italy, because it's it gets hot and never more so. This week's like record heat. It's 39 degrees where I am living today. Right?
Yeah.
And the kids in Italy, because they're hot, the summers are hot because it's in the Mediterranean. You basically get 10 to 11 weeks off.
Right.
So it's almost 3 months off you get because of the summer.
Holy crap! No,
yeah. So they celebrate it even more. They get really kind of like mad.
Right. Oh, I bet. Yeah. No, we
in a good way. I mean, mad.
We don't. I don't think Americans get. I hope no. They don't get. No, I'm pretty sure they don't. If I'm wrong, let me know. How long do American kids generally get off? Because
in England, you get like a spring break, right?
Right.
Like half term. In Italy, there's no half term.
Oh, I see.
You get a lot of summer holidays though.
Right, gotcha.
From the first week of June to the first week in September. There you go. Right.
There we go. Okay, so for us, you know what? So people are going on vacations and holidays. So I thought this would be a good time to kind of chat about them.
Yeah.
And I think like the general neurotypical mindset is vacation is a break from your routine, right? It feels freeing. You're not working, or whatever, or you're not just doing whatever it is that you normally do, and you go out. But if you're ADHD, vacation removes a routine, and that kind of feels exciting, right?
Yeah,
that feels kind of like, yes, I can go and do something different because we crave.
Go to a new place you've never visited before.
Right. So
meet new people, see new things, experience new cultures,
and that feels exciting until your executive function burns out, and you're like really tired. Or if you're ADHD, you also have autism. Yes, vacation removes routine, and that excites the ADHD half of your brain. But the autistic side of your head is like I want the things that regulate me. I want the normal stuff. Can we just go back to the hotel?
Yeah.
This is all too much. So as you said earlier, it's like the ADHD part wants to kind of go out and do crazy, fun, new, exciting things, and the autism side, kind of like just wants to know what is going on, plans everything out to within an inch of its life, and just wants like to sort of to be able to regulate your way through it. So you have this kind of fight. But in my case, and I think in yours as well, the ADHD brain wins, and it goes new things.
Yeah, totally. Well, especially potentially new things. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, there's a lot of people I know, neurotypicals, who will happily go to the same place he'd been going to for years by the beach with marauding throngs of tourists, right?
Throngs. Yeah.
Throngs.
Throngs in thongs.
Throngs in thongs. Yeah, exactly. And throngs in, throngs in thongs. Yeah. And it used to be, especially before I got diagnosed with ADHD, I would just try and fit in.
Mm-hmm.
But I was always like, I was sitting there, lying there on my sunbed, thinking, oh, for God's sake, I'm here again. Here I am, trying to fit in, pretending that I'm relaxing,
Right. Mm-hmm.
pretending that, someone who's brought their radio to fucking beach, and playing shitty summertime music,
Never
right?
gonna give you up. Never gonna let
Oh,
you
summertime
down.
in Italy, the summer is full of really shit music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, it's like this mix of like African and South American kind of thing
All right.
with the klaxons and
Beep 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 beep.
exactly, exactly. Me, I was.
Beep
I,
beep beep
wa-
beep.
that's exactly it. I had that on Friday, Martin.
Yeah.
I was visiting a client. Happens to be, I've got a client who's got a Michelin star restaurant in a
Ooh,
tourist area.
fancy.
It's fancy, and they're also really good friends, and they work like dogs. But anyway, I went to see them to like talk about other work for them because I do their social media stuff. And I'd booked myself. I didn't want to drive all the way back home because it's about a 4 hour drive. I didn't want to drive all the way there and all the way back again in one day, so I booked myself into a hotel
Right.
and it's like the first week of the tourist, like just when the tourism starts in the summer.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
I was like lying there, sitting there after the meeting, trying to like mingle, and just merge with the crowd. And there was
Mm-hmm.
this guy playing really bad music, really loudly, and at one point making that sound.
Oh,
I think you
bless.
did the sound better than I did.
Yeah. I've been practicing for 4
Oh,
years.
thanks.
Um.
And I thought, oh no, what a nightmare!
Yeah.
Here I am.
Mm-hmm. I know. It is interesting when because I live in New York and you're in Italy, and some of us are where the tourists come to you. You're
Right.
like, oh God, here they are. The interesting thing about New York, at least, is that it's tourist season all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So they come in the winter to do Christmas shopping and look at all the shops and the stores on Fifth Avenue, and they come in the autumn because it's amazing, and they come in the summer. It's like in the spring, it's like all year.
Right.
They're always here.
But in the summer, the fashion gets worse, right? You
Yeah.
see people that do it well. I mean, especially for women. I think women do, maybe because I'm a man, but women do summer fashion better than men do it
Right.
generally.
I would.
And men just look like, oh my God, what the hell are you trying to do?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
really bad, kind of like, I don't know.
I've noticed here that there's been a change, right? When I first came here, there was a lot of men with their t-shirts tucked into their shorts, right? Like
Right,
that was a thing. So
right,
and the shorts were quite high up, right? And the
right,
t-shirt tucked in, and it looked terrible. Um,
right.
But I've noticed in the last 10, 15 years that actually they are now wearing their t-shirts out of their shorts, and now like
Right.
a bit more.
Or I don't know if I'm pretty sure you've seen this as well in the States, the French tuck, which is tucked in one side only.
Yeah. That's all the fault of Queer Eye for a what's that
Is
show
it? Oh, right. Queer eye for
for something.
yeah, queer eye for something.
Yeah. They were always doing the French tuck, and I think that's
Yeah, it's big.
largely to. But anyway, back to the subject in hand. You know what? Because there's two things, and I think you kind of touched on it at the start, which was there's the vacation where you just go and explore and do like new things, right? You go to a new place and you go, and you seek that novelty. And then there's the same trip year over year, doing the
Yes.
same things, going to the same place, right?
Yeah.
Both of which I enjoy because you and me, we would go, at least once or twice a year. We would go with, Helen, right?
Yeah.
Helen, who we both knew, girlfriend and wife. She had a caravan, or her family had a caravan down on the coast, and we would go down at least once a year, right? So it was the same
the
people,
Witterings.
right? The Witterings, and it would be the same people. We would get in the car, we would take the same trip, we would go to the same caravan, and we would go and eat in the same place. We would go and do the same things, and I really
eat in the same
that.
Indian restaurant, the same takeaway.
Yeah, and it was like a cookie cutter repeat vacation, and I really liked that.
Yeah, it became almost more than a habit. It became ceremonial.
You're right, because it was like, I was thinking about this earlier. On the way down, on the trip down, we would take the same route, the same roads.
Yeah.
And when we got to certain places, we would say the same things at the same points. Like we would pass this one pub, which looked nice.
Yeah.
But once someone had heard that the food wasn't that good. So every time we passed it, we would go, "Oh, that's a nice pub," and then someone else would say, "Yeah, but I've heard that the food isn't that good."
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And we repeated it like every year for years,
right?
And I really enjoyed that as much as I would enjoy going to a new place and a new city and go and explore something new. Right? Both of those things, I liked.
There's always, because it was quite famous. I'm sure it's still the same. If there was a bank holiday weekend when we would go down to the Witterings, it was always sprinkled with not just the nostalgia of going to the same place, but also the same sounds. Like because you would go and there was usually raining on a bank holiday, so you'd have the cagoles and the zips to remind you, and the smell of the inside of a caravan.
Wow, yeah. Those
plastic plates.
Right. I would. I mean, for me, when I'm thinking about whether I come back from a little trip or a vacation feeling restored or tired, every time I did the same vacation thing, or when we went down to caravan, I would always feel better. I would always feel energized after that, more
totally
than I would a whole new place. I mean they're both good, but just from that energy.
Well, I had a bit of a discussion with my girlfriend, my Italian girlfriend, about 10 days ago on this, and she really loves to go. And she says, God, I really need to go away for 2 weeks to a beach and do nothing for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And my post-diagnosed, bones are saying, no, I don't want to do that anymore. And I told her, I said, I've done that for years, pretending that I like that kind of holiday, and I don't. I'd
Right.
rather spread it out. Much rather go on 5 or 6 weekend breaks
Right. Yeah.
than
Yeah.
splurge, all of your holiday time in one go. And come back after 2 weeks. It's like, oh, was that it? Kind of feeling.
Right. I think there was some research, right? It says
But
that,
even more so in America, right? Because you get so little holiday time in the States.
yeah, if you take vacation from work, it's not seen as a good thing.
Which is madness.
It is
That's just not. That's a wrong one.
it is very much a culture of work and no play, and relaxation is seen as being lazy. And then so therefore when Americans do go on vacation, it is either, I think they either kind of fall into that sort of like, I want to do nothing. I literally want to go to a resort where it's all inclusive and you don't have to think about a single thing. You can just lie by the pool or the beach and just eat and drink, and that's it. Or you plan everything out, right, to within an inch of its life.
Yeah.
Just like at work. It is almost like you apply that workman mentality. You just transfer it to your vacation.
Yeah.
And that's exhausting.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Exhausting is that?
Even if I'm quite good at planning holidays, in terms of I once had to plan a holiday for me, my son, my girlfriend, and her daughter going to a remote Greek island together in August, right? But I planned it so well between the flights, the coach to get to the coast, the 2 different ferries to get where we needed to go to. But I planned it really well. I planned that within each of its life so that everyone felt kind of free to enjoy the holiday.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. That part, there are parts that do need that concentrated effort. And that would be one of those areas so that you can relax.
Right, exactly. So it's like, I don't know, you plan the coach so that you've got a bit of wiggle time, so the ferry, you don't have to, if the coach is late, then you're going to miss the ferry and all that kind of thing. Anyway,
right. I've got
there's an art to it. There's an art to organising a holiday, I think.
There's some research, just to go back to your partner's in that chat. It says one workplace study found vacations do reduce stress and improve well-being, but those benefits fade quickly after returning to work, often within the first week. The biggest benefit came from feeling relaxed and having a sense of control during the holiday, not necessarily from taking a longer trip. So the implications here is that a holiday packed with logistics, decisions, and rigid schedules may be less restorative than a simpler trip that preserves some routine and flexibility to kind of do something. To do.
But then there's other people, and I don't think my girlfriend, she's not necessarily neurotypical. I think she's somewhere in between. But for her, going on a summer holiday for 2 weeks, potentially 3, on the beach and just vegetating on a beach is really important for her to recharge herself.
Yeah.
And I can't deny that. We've come to these solutions like, well, why don't you go by yourself or with a girlfriend and do that?
Right.
And she's okay with that. She's like, sure, okay, why not?
Yeah. No, I mean, like, as far as like, why do you feel tired? During your vacation, we have to kind of go to what all that stuff that leads up to, so it's not just the planning part, right? Which is,
Yeah.
that is a whole thing by itself. But, you've got that anxiety thing of like, right, well, you have to research, you have to pack, you have to repack, you have to check you have your passport, you have to check you got your passport
Yeah.
again. You have to check the weather. You have to check every possible climate. Then you realize you haven't got the right clothes. You have to repack and then unpack, repack again. Wonder if you've forgotten something, because you probably will have. And then when you sort of arrive, well, you have to think about you get to the airport or whatever. It's just say you get to the airport, you got all the announcements, you got kids crying, you got bright
Oh
lights, you
man.
got all this,
Yeah.
all the airport crap, escalators, people touching you, queuing up at the bloody TSA, at
Right.
the security things. And even if you find your coach or your taxi or whatever it is, when you get there, then you get to the hotel. Where the
Yeah.
hell's the room? Does the shower work? Do you have towels? Why is it so hot in here? How does the air conditioning machine thing work? I don't have enough pillows.
I bought the wrong suntan lotion, and mine's got has got kind of like shiny sprinklings in it.
Right.
That's
And then
happened to me.
Yeah. Like, do I have the right adapters? And then they're like, when's breakfast? Where is breakfast? What is for breakfast? Same for where is lunch? Where is dinner? Where's
the
food?
worst, possibly the worst scene for me is the buffet lunch. Buffet breakfast is fine. Buffet lunch. I can remember 2 or 3 occasions where I'm watching how people are behaving with a buffet lunch situation, where like people are rushing because they don't want all the good stuff to eat to go first, so they're like piling in, and there's like a rush for these kind of things. And I just think, I don't want any part of that,
Right.
So I'm just left with the dregs,
Right.
I'm just left with the cocktail sticks with with
Things on it,
pineapple and cheese,
and that's it.
That's
your
it.
lunch.
Yeah,
fruit.
or whatever everyone else didn't want to eat.
Oh boy! I mean, and that's the thing. Now we're talking about food, right? If you're autistic and you have safe foods. I mean, I'm very food adventurous, so I'm definitely up for like new foods, but not everyone is, right?
Right.
And there's a new country, new foods, unexpected textures, unexpected flavors. Nothing tastes right.
I generally, I really look forward to summer for that, because my mum and my dad were both very good cooks when they wanted to,
right?
which was not very often. It was only when we had visitors would they, go the extra length. When there weren't guests, visitors, the food, frankly, sorry, Dad, but the food was shit, right?
Yeah.
And so going abroad on holiday, we used to go to either France or mostly Spain, northern Spain,
Right.
Costa del Bravo. And for me, it meant much, much better food than I had when I was home.
Ooh, yeah.
And drinking a lot of Coca-Cola, because drinking Coke is probably different to how it was in the States, but drinking Coke was something we only did in the summer.
Yeah. It was. You know what? It is weird, because when I grew up, yeah, you're right. Coke was a thing that didn't come out that often. Like it
was a treat.
It was almost a treat. It was something that you got when you went around someone else's house.
Yeah,
sometimes.
It was like if you went to a Spanish or a French supermarket, they had these really amazing chocolate dessert things.
Right.
It was like a mousse, but it wasn't a mousse.
Right. You know what it was? Coke with ice.
Yes.
Ice in it.
Yeah.
And that was living, man.
That was living.
That was like fucking millionaire top quality life.
Right.
Coke with ice.
Right.
And a straw.
And it was paid for.
In a glass.
Yeah. Or if you were lucky, because it was so different when we were kids in the 70s and early 80s, because you could get things like Fanta Lemon or Fanta Orange that didn't exist in England, that you only got on the continent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you've got everything, but so you had the opportunity when we were kids. You had the opportunity to drink things that you would never eat normally, and generally much better than what we had, or at least in my house, better than what we had normally.
Right. Yeah. So as far as things that sap your energy, food could be one of those things, like not having all your favorite foods, but obviously for you and me, it was a very different thing. We really liked our food, and then even like while you're on vacation, there's the whole, like, do you go to the beach? Do you go to the museum? Which museum? Do you have a walk? What time do you have to have lunch? And the more people are involved in your vacation, the worse it is. You know what I mean? If it's just you going off on your Todd, just like exploring, that's one thing. You get 2, okay, well that's usually, but then you get 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 people. Sometimes you get a big group.
Oh God. That is a nightmare for me.
Yeah.
That idea.
It is.
It's a bit like going on a cruise.
Right.
It's probably the last thing I would ever do in my life is going on a cruise. That's like going on a cruise is like the concept of a dinner buffet wrapped up into your 24/7 lifestyle. Right? You've got essentially buffet style relationships with people that you can't get rid of because you're all living in the same freaking place.
Yeah, you can't escape. There's no escaping.
Right.
No.
Oh, well, that was you again. Oh, see you later in the buffet.
That's right. I wonder what's the entertainment tonight, dear?
It's cabaret.
It's the fucking cabaret.
Or there's
karaoke.
Or a magician. Oh, man.
I'm sure it's probably better than that, but somehow I think not.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, God. Right. So then, there is all of that stuff going on that is going to sap your brain. And then you've got to come home. So it's the whole thing in reverse. But this time on the way home, it's like, it isn't even like you've got something to look. Well, you haven't got something exciting to look forward to. But what you do have is like, you're like, thank God I'm home. Thank God I'm home. Like, oh God, it's my bed. It's my bed. And it's my things, and everything's back to normal.
What's the advantage if you lived in the UK like we did? When you got home, there was something that you didn't have that they have on the continent, and it's called mosquitoes.
Oh yeah.
In the UK, we didn't have mosquitoes. Do you have mosquitoes where you live?
Yeah, I have a stream that runs at the bottom of my garden.
Right.
which is something that I've always wanted in my life, right?
Yeah.
To have a stream at the bottom of the garden. I always thought that was somehow like
A
like
thing.
a top tier thing to have. And now I have one, and it's very charming, but you do get mosquitoes.
Right.
So
That's not good.
I can't hang around there.
I think we spoke about this in a recent podcast. I made a deal with the mosquitoes in Italy.
Right.
I made a deal with them, and they leave me alone now.
Yeah, that's I should really just do that. I should just talk to them one-on-one.
But there are good things about there's other good things about positive things about holidays. Is when you're on holiday, you don't have to think about all the other stuff that you left at home, like documentations, tax forms, that kind of thing. You can distance yourself from a load of stuff that you don't need to think about.
Right.
Okay. So there's that, right?
Or there is that if you can do it. And I've known plenty of people who can't switch off from and this is especially true if you're working, right? Have you ever gone on vacation and someone from work is emailing you about something?
Oh God!
And
they can just fuck right off.
And you're sitting by the side of the pool or wherever it is, or in a cafe somewhere lovely, and you're sitting there on your laptop.
Oh, sorry to bother you. I'm sorry if you're on holiday, but
right. And then and I have been one of those people where there's been a pitch going on or something going on, and I'm on vacation and I'm working in it.
Right.
Which is a whole other thing all by itself.
But I bet you told them before you left that they could contact you if it was necessary. I bet you told them.
No, I
remember you, mate. On the day of your wedding, you were working.
Ouch. On
the day of your wedding. In the morning, at least.
Sounds like me. Back then. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Oops.
You see?
No, don't tell me you don't remember, because you do.
I've thankfully blocked that from my memory.
That's what I'm here to do, to bring it back, Martin. Let's call it nostalgia.
Yeah. Let's call it. You were a cunt.
I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. I wouldn't do that now, but yeah. Me then, absolutely. Oh boy. And I wonder why I burnt out. All right.
Well, yes.
All right.
Strange that, isn't it?
So
it's like 1 + 1 = 2.
I know, right?
Kind of thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, so I think that's probably wraps it up for me. At least we've kind of planned. We've gone on vacation. We've been in vacation.
Yeah.
We've come back home, and then we're tired. And research says that. So basically, my advice would be, out of all that, is I thought plan the bits that you really have to plan, like you were saying, like the how you get there and where you're staying, so that there's some structure to it and there's some stuff that doesn't cause you anxiety, and you're not flying completely by the seat of your pants,
right?
But also, like, just give yourself a lot of space. Like, just do one thing a day, maybe, and then just more space to kind of chill out, relax, do what you feel like doing.
Yeah, I'd say also be honest with yourself and others. being authentic about, you know, the kind of holiday you do and you don't want to do.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, however, with my girlfriend, you know, it was like, okay, let's think of a way. This is like a parenting thing, but you can use it, you know, with your partners as well. Let's make it a win-win situation. Look, I don't want to go on a beach holiday, but that doesn't mean to say you don't have to,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
I
This
like
doesn't
that.
mean to say you can't,
Yeah. 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 I
you
would also.
know, and there'd be no judgments made, you know, if you want to go on holiday by yourself just because you need that beach holiday in August.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
this is fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's one other little slightly interesting thing, which is not every vacation is actually a vacation. So
Right.
example, I'm going down to Washington DC area, and and we're booking a hotel and we're doing stuff with friends, right?
Hmm.
But it's not really a vacation because one of our friends is really ill,
Right.
and it could be the last time that we actually kind of like see her. It could be like, you know, and this group of friends, right? So it's not really a vacation, and you can't. Some trips you can't treat as one because actually the priority is actually something else. Um,
There's an element of obligation.
there's yeah, it's a whole different trip, and I think the reason why I say that is because some people will be going like, well, this is my vacation, so I want to do X, Y, and Z. And you
Yeah.
kind of, well, actually no, this is really about, you know, our
Yeah.
friend,
Yeah.
and that is the focus, not you. You're not
Yeah.
so much the focus on this.
I'm doing the same because I'm visiting my father in August,
Right.
right? And he's 83, and I've worked out that, look, I've said to him, look, you're going to be tired, you know, trying to entertain me for 5 days. Let's do it. So on the Sunday, I I fuck off to London for the day, and
Right.
I see you in the evening. You know,
Right.
fine,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
win-win situation.
Win-win. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, let us rate. How do we? What
Oh,
are we gonna rate? We're we're gonna rate.
yes. Let's
Uh.
have the music, Martin, for
All
the
right.
ratings.
Let's just
I
hit the.
think there's a banjo involved.
There might be. Let's find out together.
Let's listen together.
Is
Yes.
it a dopamine hit or is it a burnout thing? All right. So let's say vacations. Is it a dopamine hit or is it a burnout thing?
Interesting.
Yeah,
An interesting one.
we may have already rated this in the past actually, but I'm I'm going to say dopamine hit. If you plan it right, and you know, like plan and not plan,
Yeah. With the right people.
with not so much, right, not a huge amount of people, just like a little,
Yeah.
just, you know, you and a friend or whatever, you know, just a small
Yeah.
then yeah, it can be like it can be like a, it can be like a 10, it can be like a, yeah, it can be
Could.
great.
If it's the right place with the right kind of people.
Yeah, yeah. All right, and then if you do it badly, it can really well,
Yeah.
although I won't say it's a 10 because you're right, because you do get a break from the normal paying bills and worrying about that thing, that thing that you that you know, that thing that you had to mend or repair or whatever it is, like all that daily grind stuff. So you do that does help. So I would say that the burnout is like a, you know, is like an 8.5,
The burnout. So the dopamine was what?
10.
Oh, 10 is a 10 dopamine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If it's all planned out right, if it's all perfect,
Oh, in a perfect world,
yeah, In a perfect world,
but mine's not a perfect world. Mine's a fucking imperfect.
right.
I'm going to go right down the. I'm going right down the middle with both. It's a 5 for the dopamine, a 5 for the burnout.
All right, there you go. What do
Right down the middle.
tell us what you what do you think? All right, okay. Well, I think now it is time for it's the quiz. Actually, you know what? It isn't the time for the quiz, but we are going to do it now.
Yeah, let's do it anyway.
Let's do it anyway. I have slightly muddled myself up here, but all right. So, where the fuck is my? You know what? I have lost temporarily. Lost my quiz. Where is it? Where's my bloody quiz? Give me my quiz. No. Where's my quiz? You know what? While I'm hunting for my quiz, let's
do the feedback.
Yeah, let's do that. So you read
because it's vital to us,
right?
Isn't it, Martin?
It damn well is.
It damn well is. And we got some comments from our regular comment people, comment givers, shall we say, and which we always really appreciate. So, you know, if you've got, give us your feedback. Come on, good, bad, just don't make it indifferent. Good or bad is fine.
Right.
Just, I'd rather not hear any indifferent stuff. And we've got some feedback here from Alexandra, our regular feedback giver. Okay. She was talking about, from our last episode, about trauma. Big subject.
Right.
And a great episode. Go back and listen to it if you haven't already. That'd be cool. So Alexandra says, at first, unraveling what comes from ADHD, autism, or complex trauma got me nuts. Sorry about that if it got you nuts, Alexandra. Now I don't give much attention, but I can identify easier if it's an emotional response due to trauma or secondary overload. They said overlord. Right. Or both. Yeah, so it was basically last week was about distinguishing the difference between what is like what we actually get from being ADHD and being inheriting it from our parents, okay, of our family, and the difference between actually just what happens afterwards as well, traumatic events and how we manage them or don't afterwards. And actually it's often a mixture of both. She says, I have the full package, exclamation mark. What a bliss, another exclamation mark. And I truly believe many neurodivergent do too. Being neurodivergent doesn't mean you're identical. No, absolutely. How I deal with traumatic things may be very different to how Martin deals with them, for instance. Character and life experience makes the difference of how you respond. Absolutely. And then we've got another comment from Carol Martin.
Right. Yeah. Let me just dip over. Right. So Carol again. Actually, you know what? I was blown away by the comments on this week's on last week's episode, and it did, you know, and how thoughtful and interesting they were. And it reminded me that that this podcast doesn't answer everything. It is almost like just a conversation starter.
Yeah. You know, we always set out not to be that kind of podcast, didn't we?
Right. So it's awesome when people just jump in with their expertise and their own, you know, life experiences and just
I mean, that's a good point actually, because Alexandra put in a lot of effort into the comments that she left, so it's really appreciated. That's
right.
Must be said.
And
Carol, should be said.
Carol, who's our Minister of Snacks, again wrote a very long and great comment on YouTube. I just pulled out one part of it, and she says about the trauma, about last week's episode. Neurofeedback is the light, in my humble opinion, the cream of the crop for neurodivergent humans, and especially if you've had major relational traumas. It's essentially physical therapy for the brain. It gives the brain information about its own activity, and it can learn healthier and more balanced patterns over time. You don't need to feel the trauma in your body like with EMDR. Neurofeedback bypasses and heals in a similar way without the intensity. One of my dreams is to get a deluxe model with brain mapping so I can ensure maximum effectiveness one day.
Wow.
That sounds crazy.
That sounds crazy. It sounds like an excuse for a novel. It sounds like a novel you've got there, right there. Sounds like a great novel to write.
Right. It does. All right. So, you know what? I could not find this week's quiz. I have one that I did do last week. So I feel like
All right.
So I feel like I'm just going to pull a quiz that I didn't do,
right,
and do it here. All right. So here we go. So where are we in? So this is a 2 truths and a lie. The current score is the first to 10. I'm on 6. You're on 5. Still pretty close.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Question. So this, I think, was about. It feels about. It feels like it's themed around snacks and food.
Right.
There we go. Question number 1. Eyes down for a full house.
Eyes down. What?
Right. This is about Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll. So one of these is a lie. First. Elvis famously loved fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches, which he sometimes ate with a bacon, and he'd fry them in butter until golden. Sounds great.
Is part of that true or all of it?
I've got 3 things. That's the
because
first
that
thing.
Sounds like it's true, but. Because you're cheeky, Martin. You're a cheeky man. That could be partly true, partly false.
All right.
But that's part of the game, isn't it? I suppose.
You just have to take the whole thing as
right.
The next one.
Yes.
On one tour, Elvis ate an entire jar of pickled okra in one sitting and washed it down with a quart of milk.
That's madness.
Or is it 3? Elvis once chartered a plane just to fly from Memphis to Denver for a single sub sandwich he was a craving, and flew right back after eating it.
That's true.
All right.
I know that's true. Is that the idea that I have to know? I have to tell you which one is true.
No, you have to tell me which one is false.
Which one is false?
Right.
I'm going to say B is false.
And you'd be correct. B is false. He never ate okra and buttermilk, but he did fly. All the way in his private. All right. Number 2. All right. Going to the Roman Empire. Right. Emperor Nero.
Yes.
37 to 68 AD.
Well done.
That's what it says here. No, which of these 3 is false? Is it A? Nero was known to mix snow into his wine to keep it cold, a luxury that required slaves to run up mountains to fetch the ice.
True.
Or is it B? Nero once ate a stew made from the meat of a flamingo, which was considered a rare delicacy among Roman elites?
True.
Or is it C? Nero had a personal chef who
Yeah.
served him honeyed dormice, a popular Roman snack.
Oh, so that's true as well.
But Nero hated them and threw the plate at the wall.
That's true. The dormouse in Italian is called the giro dormouse. That is true. I'm pretty sure that's true. I've heard it somewhere. I think B, because you're sneaky, Martin. I think it's B again.
Right. Are you okay? Well, it was actually C. So you are right. I am sneaky. So Nero actually loved honeyed dormice. It was one of his favorite dishes. He never threw.
No, sneaky. That's sneaky. Them. Yeah. In Italian, they're called a giro.
All right.
Yeah, I used to have one in my house.
No,
just the dormouse. They're quite common in Italy, and they live in your roof space.
Right. Anyway, so I would not fancy eating one. All right. So number 3, question 3. So you're on. So it's all to play for.
Yeah.
And we
finely balanced, some would say.
Right, and we talked about this Mexican artist last week, Frida Kahlo, 1907 to 1954 artist. Actually, there's a Mexican place that I get food from that has like portraits of her all over the wall.
Nice.
Anyway, so which one of these is alive?
She was a very talented lady, Frida.
She was. Frida loved eating chapulines, which is like, sorry if I said that wrong, which is toasted grasshoppers, and would snack on them while painting her self-portraits.
True.
Or is it B? At a famous dinner party, Frida served her guests an elaborate meal that included a soup made from orchids and chocolate.
False.
Interesting choice. Or is it C? Frida once ate a handful of gold leaf flakes off of one of her own paintings just to see what it tasted like and called it very metallic.
She never used gold foil in her paintings, I don't think.
So
I think it's very unlikely she used gold foil in her paintings, so C.
Oh, and you'd be correct.
Oh, come on!
Correct. So that now puts you and me at 6-6, even Stevens. There's no space between us.
Wow. It's almost, you can almost slice. You could slice the atmosphere with a butter knife.
Exactly. All right. So we're 58 minutes on the clock. Let's see if we can get this on the hour mark. So Paul, next week, what are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk, Martin, about Otravertism, which is, Martin, you're probably thinking, what's that, Martin? Well, I'm glad you asked. Otravertism is an emerging personality concept that describes people who are socially capable and empathetic, yet feel like an eternal outsider in group settings. Mm-hmm. It's a paper that came out, a research that came out from a New York-based psychiatrist, and there's some interesting things about people who don't fit in as being extrovert or introvert, somewhere in between, Martin.
Oh, wow.
So it could be interesting.
All right, so next week we're going to talk about introverts, extroverts, and this new third option.
Otravertism.
All right. Sounds fucking good. All right.
Sounds good.
Wow, that's great. So I hope you join us for that. And in the meantime, it just leaves me to say that ADHDville is delivered fresh every Tuesday to all purveyors of fine podcasts. And please subscribe to the pod and rate us most energizing, I guess.
Or summary. Most summary.
Oh, there we go. I prefer that. And feel free to correspond at will in the comments. But wait, there's more. If you wish to see our beautiful, beautiful faces, then sally forth to the YouTubes or the TikToks. And you can also pick up a quill and email us at ADHDville@gmail.com. But in the meantime, be fucking kind to yourself.
And I beseech you, fellow ADHDers, fare thee well with gladness of heart.
Ah.
There, says the mayor. That's that.
Oh, look at that. We were like one minute.
Sneaking in there.
Oh, I know.
Sneaking in under the bar.
I know. And then after this, I now have to go and drive to Manhattan. And there is the World Cup on, and there's a film playing down there. So it's
that's good planning.
It's going to be World Cup traffic. Oh, it's going to be a nightmare.
Have you driven through? You're driving through Manhattan.
Driving. I'm driving down to about Lower Midtown from the top. So
That'd be nice.
Not with the World Cup soccer traffic. It's going to be a nightmare. All right, we're out.